Hi everyone, as promised, I am making this short video to show you how to start your job search for jobs in Canada while being abroad. I will show you this website. Honestly, I think it is currently one of the best sites for people that live abroad and that are looking for a job here in Canada. First, this website will show you the type of jobs that are the most requested or the most searched for, or the most advertised. And secondly, this site will allow you to identify directly those employers that already have the authorization to employ people from abroad, to employ foreign workers. And this is very important because they've already received what we call the LMIA, which is the Labor Market Impact Assessment. Therefore, they are ready for you, and most likely they are looking for foreign workers. So stay tuned, watch this video, and then we are going to talk more about this next week. Hi, so this is the website that I was talking about. So I will leave a link of this website in our chat. So jobbank.gc.ca. As you can see up here, it is an official government site. This is important because it shows you that all the jobs posted here have a certain credibility, right? Because this is a government website. When it comes to looking for jobs in Canada, there are a lot of scammers. There are a lot of people that will post fake jobs and they will lure foreign workers into applying to those, and then even sometimes giving them a fake offer and then asking them for money. So basically, there's a big scam there. So it's very important that your primary job search should be either recruitment agencies, well, official recruitment agencies, or credible recruitment agencies, and government websites, or job search from websites that are very credible. But anyways, just to get back to the fact that this is a government website, and you can see here it has a temporary foreign workers section. And if you read, it says these employers have already obtained or applied for labor market impact assessment. So what does this mean? It means that these employers have already obtained the permission to be able to hire a foreign worker from the government, because every employer that wants to recruit a foreign worker needs to apply to the government, to a government agency, and then they need to justify why they are going outside to recruit inside of within Canada, within the existing a pool of Canadians or permanent residents. So it's very important to only go to those employers that have already obtained this authorization. This website also mentions those that have applied, so they could be accepted or rejected, but it still shows that the employer is willing to recruit a foreign worker. So you can see here 4,684 job postings. This is a lot just in this specific category. So let's click on the website and go in. All right, so it's still loading, but pretty much you can see here. So the important sections, it will show you directly all the results, 4,684 job postings. But obviously this is a lot, and I don't suggest you just scroll around looking for a job title that matches you. It can be a bit overwhelming. What I would suggest to do is, first of all, language. If this tutorial is in English, so I'm assuming that if you can listen to English or understand English, then you're an English speaker. But if not, if you were not, then you see the section that says language at work. You will open this and you will select the language that's required. So if you're an English speaker, you want to select language at work, English and French. Actually, it's best if you just stick to the English section. You can see there's already a wide selection of those. But then what this means is that the employer expects you to speak English. And if the employer only expects you to speak French, then you will select this section here. So assuming that I am an English speaker, I'm only going to select these job postings. The other filter here is the province and territory. Now, I don't know if at this point in time you already have a preference for the province where you want to apply to, but if you are open, then just do not select anything here. But if you already have in mind some provinces, then please do. But I'm just going to select the province of Alberta here just to be able to refine a bit my job search. Then the third section, very important. What is the status of your LMIA application? So is it pending in terms of they've applied, but they do not currently have an answer yet? So they do not currently have the permission, but they are willing, or it has already been approved. So I'm just going to go for those that have already been approved. This is the safest path. Not to say that the pending is not relevant, but let's stick to the approved for now. And here I have a big wide selection. What I want you to pay attention to here are the type of jobs that are highly requested. Food service supervisor, boiler maker, farm worker, bookkeeper, cook, food, cook, food, room attendant, retail. These are a lot of blue collar jobs. So what I mean by blue collar jobs are jobs that do not require higher training or require you to have even most of the time a university degree. They want general labor for the most part. And also an administrative assistant is also very highly requested job skill. So this is good news because it means that even if you do not have a higher education like a bachelor or master, you are still in the game, right? And then so let's look for the let me pick something here. I want to pick administrative assistant. Where is the office administrative assistant? So here already it tells you the name of the company. It tells you which city. Here it's Calgary. It's actually the city where I live. And the salary, $28 per hour. Very important to see. If I already like this, I can click on the heart, but I want to know more about this position, so I'm just going to click on this. Okay, so it gives me here, as the first section here, it gives me a bit of details. So the address, the pay, here it tells you it's a permanent full-time job, all right? And employers really need, they want to start as soon as possible. Number of vacancies, very important to check. Here they are hiring 2 people. Some of these job postings, you'll see vacancies, 10 people, 15 people. The more people they hire, the better it is because honestly, you have more chance to just be part of a group of many that will be hired. And here, verified means this website has done a certain due diligence. So in here, very, very important, right? This employer has an approved LMIA to hire a foreign worker. So this is the type of employers that we want. The second section that's very important, you can see even here, they have this like red exclamation mark to say, very important, guys, check this out. Only apply to this job if you're a Canadian citizen or permanent resident or you have a valid Canadian work permit. If you are not authorized to work in Canada, do not apply. The employer will not respond to your application. So what does it mean, guy? It means that this employer is not willing to hire a foreign worker that lives outside of Canada. And this is a very, very important distinction that I want to share with you right now. There are foreign workers here in Canada, and there are foreign workers outside of Canada. Foreign workers here in Canada, maybe people that came, they have a temporary study permit or temporary work permit. Basically, they are not citizens or they are not permanent residents. So what I'm trying to tell you is that just the fact that the employer, right, has an LMIA is not enough to tell you that he's willing to hire a foreign worker outside of Canada. He or she might just be willing to hire a foreign worker, but in Canada, and that's justified. Some employers don't want to go through the hassle of quote unquote sponsoring you, even though it's not really a sponsor, it's sponsoring. But some workers just don't just want it. They have an immediate need, and it makes sense, right? Why this employer says he wants someone or she wants someone that wants to start as soon as possible. So they are in a time crunch and they just want someone in the territory. And that's fine. But I'm pointing this because before you do anything, once you find a job title that interests you, check immediately this section to see if they are willing to look for foreign workers outside of Canada, right? In this case, they are not. So we are not going to spend any more time here. So let's go back. Let's see. Let's see. Aha, this is interesting. The personal care provider. Personal care provider. Let's hope we're in luck here. Okay. So what are you telling us? So here it's okay they have a foreign worker, but do they want someone are they open to someone that's outside of the country? That's what we want to know. Okay, so this doesn't tell me here. The employer accepts applications from Canadian citizens and permanent residents, other candidate with or without a valid Canadian work permit. This is it. So here it's telling us that the employer, right, is open to people that do not have a work permit. So obviously, if you're a foreign worker outside of the country, you do not have a work permit. So they are open to foreign workers that currently live abroad. So this will be a candidate. This will be a job that if you match the qualifications, you will apply for it. So once you've already identified this very important requirement, I encourage you to look for other things. Start as soon as possible. I mean, I can understand that some employer will just say that because they're always in the crunch, but this is not a good sign because if what it means is that if they have someone that's already in the country, they most likely will prefer that person so that the person can start as soon as possible. But hey, you might still be lucky. The job pay $18 per hour. That's a bit low for a foreign worker that lives outside of the country to live on for a full-time job. All right. So this job is advertised until the 29th of September. So you have until the 29th of September. So let's learn more about this job, or let's say if you want to know more about this job, then you click here. But let's say I just show me how to apply. So here it tells you how to apply. It is always very important to follow the instructions. Okay, you'll send an email to this person, right? And I'm going to blur the name. Blur the email, sorry. And how will you apply? So it says the cover letter, references, letter of recommendation. So this is how you will use and utilize this job search. And you can create an application here because you see here on the top right that you can sign in. And if you like this job, then you are just gonna put it under your favorite. So this is it. Now, everything else here is pretty intuitive, right? So given how intuitive it is, then I believe you will easily know how to do things. One last thing that I quickly want to show you is if you can search directly by job title so that you don't have to browse along for such a long time. So let's go back. So if you already know your skill or the type of jobs that you're looking for, then just go ahead and maybe just type the title in the search. So let's say you're an administrative assistant. So you just want those type of jobs. So here, you see the section here, then just go ahead and type that administrative assistant. All right. Just I'm going to type administrative assistant, right? And I'm going to look for all the jobs with this job title. There you go, 193 results. So this is a way to filter out things. So I hope this was helpful. Now there's another website that I want to show you. So this is the website number one and the most important one. The second website that I want to show is this website, Workopolis. So Workopolis is actually a big job search website here in Canada. And I was just browsing through it and I saw something very interesting here. So once again, here the keyword is foreign worker, so that you only look for jobs where foreign workers are relevant or of interest to the employer. So when you look at different jobs here, so here you can see here they say LMIA available, good, but must already be in Canada. Once again, it goes back to what I was saying, that there are recruiters that might have an LMIA but only want people already in Canada. So you will not go here. But something else that I want to show you is this here, Tim Hortons, which is like a big food and beverage company here. PR sponsorship track available. So this is interesting because it means that they are willing to quote unquote sponsor you. So it means that not only are they open to foreign workers outside the country, but they are willing to do the work to go through you, to hold your hand and go through the process. And you can see here more and more. So this is another one, right? PR sponsorship track available. So this is another website that's also interesting if you want again know how to look for the type of employers that are looking for you. Then this will be you can be successful here. All right, folks, I hope this quick tutorial was helpful to jumpstart your job search. You know, there's a famous Chinese proverb. It says, when is the best time to plant a tree? And you know the answer? 15 years ago. And then the next thing it says is, when is the next best time to plant a tree? You know what the answer is? Is today. So do not wait, start. No one is gonna eat ya if you send a bad application. Just jumpstart, and in the momentum you will learn what to do, and in the momentum you will find the right strategies. So all the best of luck, and we stay in touch.